Nigel Farage refuses to take woke anti-bully training for MPs. We're going to read into this more from The Independent, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with an article from The Independent with the headline that Nigel Farage refuses to take the woke anti-bullying training for MPs. Nigel Farage, spokesperson, said he's not taking part in the Behaviour Code Awareness Training and has no intention of engaging with this woke DEI scheme. Guys, while you're here, make sure you hit the like button and share it across social media so others are notified of this video. Yeah, because Nigel Farage is, you know, he's so above that. He is so above that. He thinks he knows what's best. You know, the man who actually wants to open up the debate about, you know, women's rights over their reproductive organs when it comes to abortion. That man, who obviously knows what's best, you know, it's definitely does not have any behavioural code awareness training, does not have any issues whatsoever. Yeah, definitely is definitely speaking the right things. Yeah. You what's his problem? What's he got against it? Is he worried that, you know, he might get told something that actually might be truthful? What's he afraid of? What's he scared of? You know, it's just so stupid. This is something very, very serious that has been happening in the House of Parliament for quite a long time. There's been lots of misconduct, sexual misconduct, allegations, and many of it been found to be true, of MPs and the way they conduct themselves. Yes, the majority have been Conservatives, but it is still an issue that needs to be cleaned up. And this is part of their way of trying to clean up politics. So why doesn't Nigel Farage want to take part? Is it because he wants to get into sleaze himself? Like, what is the problem? And to call it woke, which is so nonsense in itself. Like, I don't get why people have a problem with this. It's really stupid, really, from Nigel. So Nigel Farage has refused to take up the Parliament's anti-bullying training because he's a promoter of bullying? Branding the scheme woke and saying he has no intention of engaging with it. The Reform UK leader is one of 5 MPs to have not taken up the course, which is designed to explain the rules around harassment and sexual misconduct. Others include 2 Conservative MPs, the former Minister Neil O'Brien and Dr. Caroline Johnson, and 2 DUP MPs, Sammy Wilson and Gregory, Campbell, the Times have reported. Okay, so again, what have you guys got against it? Like, you know, what's the problem? Just do the training. Figures published by Parliament shows 8 others are on the waiting list for the training, while 637 MPs have completed it. Everybody else is like gone and done it. Those who breach Parliament rules on sexual misconduct and harassment can be sanctioned in a range of ways, from being forced to apologise to being suspended from the Commons, and which in some cases can force a by-election. Yeah, I think, forcing a by-election sounds good. Asked about his refusal to take up the training, a spokesperson for Mr. Farage said, Mr. Farage has not taken part in Behaviour Code Awareness Training and has no intention of engaging in this woke scheme. The former Shadow Minister Charlie Nicholas, who campaigned for a better working environment in Parliament, urged all MPs to take the training. She told The Times, as MPs are not just office holders but employers, it is vital that we practice what we preach on robust standards in workplace, which includes a duty and responsibility to attend all relevant training to uphold these standards. The culture of Parliament has to change and MPs must lean on this. Bullying has been a problem on the estate, with some MPs having been suspended temporarily while others have been booted out of Parliament altogether. Peter Bone was suspended from the Commons for 6 weeks in last October after an inquiry found he had subjected a staff member to bullying and sexual misconduct. He lost a recall petition triggered by the suspension, forcing a by-election in his Wellingborough constituency, which the Conservatives lost. Mr. Bone was found by Parliament Behaviour Watchdog to have committed many various acts of bullying and one of sexual misconduct against staff members in 2012 and 2013, including that he verbally belittled belittled, ridiculed, and humiliated an employee, and repeatedly physically struck and threw things at him. Yeah, because this is, you know, not is this okay for Nigel Farage to have these kind of people in Parliament? You know, kind of these kind of people as politicians is perfectly acceptable according to Nigel Farage, because obviously he doesn't want to take the training. He thinks he's above that. Mr. Farage's refusal to engage with the anti-bullying course comes with a poll for the Independent showing that he has led Reform UK to within touching distance of the Conservatives, setting up a three-way battle for the top of British politics. According to the latest Technique UK poll, Reform have nudged up 1%, 1 point to 22% with Kemi Bagnall's Conservatives on 25% and Keir Starmer's under fire Labour on 27%, both unchanged. Not really too much interested in that discussion, guys. I want to know is what's I don't understand why people have a problem with it if everybody else is doing it, like to try and make themselves like, oh, I'm better, you know. And those defenders of Farage will say, oh no, he's not someone who had a problem with women. He's not somebody who has a problem with conducting himself appropriately. You know, he doesn't need to do it. He knows what he's doing. He's very smart. He's very bright. He knows what he's doing, even though he's been proven to be a pathological liar. Seriously, like, come on, guys, come on. Like, just like calling it woke. What is that beneficial? Like clearly, like we have seen over the last 14 years under the Conservatives, we have seen really sad and pathetic misconduct by MPs. And it's up to all of them to raise their standards. And yes, some people may argue that, well, he's a new one, so he doesn't need to raise his standards. Well, how do you know that? I mean, it's just do the course and get it done with. Like, I mean, it's just folly to call it woke. It really, really is. What do you guys think? What do you guys make of Nigel Farage? Think he's going to stand up and say, no, I will not take this woke anti-bullying training because I'm not a bully? Or do you think Nigel Farage is a bully? Let me know your thoughts and more on all this down in the comments section below. If you found this video informative, please hit the like button. Greatly appreciate it. Share this across social media so others are notified this video. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing because it really does help support the channel. If you want to go one step further and financially support me and the work that I do here, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member for as little as 99p. Or join me on Rumble or Patreon for exclusive content on those platforms. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.